The weekend's here, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's going to be a great time today. We have another variation of a hero workout coming at you today, so buckle up. It's going to be a good time. Our warm-up today is going to consist of a plank lean for 2 to down dog for 3 to 5 reps, into our arch up for 10 alternating. So we're going to work that alternating arch up today to work on opposite ends of the body. Arch hold for 10 seconds, into more arch ups for 10 alternating reps, and tuck hollow with extension for 20 seconds. So really just touching on the core, opening up the hamstrings, the upper body, and getting things heated up. 2 to 3 rounds there, and then we're going to move into our bottom piece here, which is going to start playing around with the dumbbells. So what we have is a 30-second skip into a dumbbell deadlift for 5, dumbbell hang power clean for 3, and then 2 push press, 1 jerk combination, or you can do 3 push press if you're not quite there for the jerk yet, or mix and match. You just build in that complex to see and practice the jerk to get you ready for the workout, or just to build it up and get it ready for future workouts. After that, you're going to do some dead bugs, 6 to 10 alternating reps, 3 to 5 rounds there, just getting comfortable with the dumbbells or building your dumbbell weight depending on what you have access to at home, and just getting yourself ready to go. Our workout today, it's a little longer, it's a little bit more involved per round, we'll say. So we have 3 rounds. 1 round includes 12 dumbbell deadlifts, 5 V-ups, 25 double unders, into 9 hang power cleans, 5 V-ups, 25 double unders, into 6 push jerk or press, 5 V-ups, and 25 double unders. That's 1 round. We'll do that 3 times, resting as necessary, trying to take those dumbbell pieces down in some decent chunks, but having some fun with this one and working through this work set. It's kind of like a super long round chipper. It feels like a chipper, but it's a great time. So have fun with it today, you guys. It's challenging, it'll be a good one, and enjoy. It's gonna lead you into the weekend really well. Let's get you warmed up, ready for action. All right, you guys, feet under those hips. Let's take those arms big and tall if you can. We'll wake them up a little bit. We're gonna reach them to one side, come back through, reach to the other side, come back through. We're gonna lower down, touch those toes. Walk up those shins, come back down, frame a foot. I'm gonna step it back into your lizard. Nice and square. I'll take that inside hand all the way up. We're gonna rotate forearm down. We're gonna come back up. We're gonna rotate forearm down. And again, take it up and rotate forearm down. From there, take it up to the sky. Take that hand down. Outside hand is gonna reach up. Come back down. And we'll step back into that down dog. We're gonna reach those hips, walk those heels out, one at a time, nice and easy. And then from here, come back into our plank, step the foot up, nice and square in those hips. Inside hand scoop, rotate, forearm down, come back up, rotate forearm down, back up, and forearm down, and back up. Plant the hand, outside hand, big reach, lower it down, step that foot back, nice down dog position. We're gonna walk our heels out again, nice and steady, moving smooth back and forth, back to center into that plank, tiptoe those feet up. We're gonna roll ourselves up, big tall stretch, little reach, little reach, come back down. Let's get you guys fired up and ready to go. All right, so pause the video if you'd like to do some more gentle kind of warm up. I'm going to take you through that top piece of the warm up and get ourselves going in that core piece. All right, we're going to start with our plank lean to down dog. So I'm going to do the rep facing this way so you guys can see the lean a little bit better. I'm going to get myself squared up in my plank. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are locked out nice and straight. I'm going to pull my ribs and hips together. Press up through those shoulders. I'm going to lean to the left, keeping my body square. Come back through, lean to the right. Come back into my center position. And then I'm going to pull my hips back, softening my knees and ankles to get that good hip angle in that down dog. My shoulders are active, my lats are firing. And then come back into my plank, tuck and squeeze, and then work that lean and that lean to move back into that next down dog rep. So I want to make sure that, again, I'm fired up in that midsection and I'm set or my shoulders as I pull my hips back. We want to make sure those armpits are pointing down towards the floor and making sure that that shoulder is happy and stable. With the lean, we want to make sure that this is tight and we're initiating through the shoulders and we're staying as square as we can, not shifting through the hips. So everything moves as one piece during that lean. Our next exercise is our arch up. We're going to work a alternating arch up today. So my hands are going to come out to the front, my eyes are going to be down, and I'm going to work on inhale, lifting my right hand, left foot, lowering down. Inhale, reach the other side, come back down. I'm going to alternate, reaching for length, reaching for length for 10 reps. So I want to think lengthening my body as far as I can away from my hands and toes. From here, I'm going to move into my arch hold, and you can choose to do a double or a single for the arch hold. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds as well. So if I'm doing a double, both arms, both legs will reach long and lift, holding for 10 seconds, squeezing those toes together and extending long to the back. Or I'll do what I was just doing, and I will reach and hold for 5 seconds, and then switch for 5 seconds, and then move into my arch ups on the other half of that exercise. So after I'm done my hold, I'll do 10 more arch ups just to fire up that alternating back and forth, and then move into my tuck hollow. So I'm going to roll onto my back. I'm going to give myself a big, long stretch from finger to toe, and I'm going to pull my ribs and hips in, pulling my shoulders and my knees together, keeping that tight tuck, and then I'm going to try and keep that compression as I extend my legs, pointing towards my head. So I keep the compression, slowly extend, trying to straighten through my hamstrings and my knees, and work on that compression the entire time. Challenging movement. You'll notice when I was doing that, I paused on both ends of the movement. It just shows that you're really owning the movement and you're not just popping. You're working on straightening and engaging and then pulling and controlling. So take your time, work through that. You have 20 seconds. I don't care how many reps you get. I just want you to work on opening up those hamstrings and firing them up a bit for what's to come. Quick recap, we have 2 to 3 rounds. Plank lean for 2 to down dog for 3 to 5 reps. Arch up for 10 alternating. Arch hold for 10 seconds, double or single. Arch up again for 10 alternating. And then tuck hollow with extension for 20 seconds. Fire up the core, get those bodies moving around a little bit, and then come back to me. So pause the video, rock that top piece, come back, we're going to start grabbing our dumbbells and having some fun with those. In our work set today, we're going to start off with our skip. So you're going to rock 30 seconds of skipping. You can also work on that ankle pop, working on the skill of skipping and working on that rebound of the foot. So giving yourself an opportunity to let that foot, those knees do what they do, which is absorb impact and just rebound and kind of work on that elasticity. If you're looking at building your double unders, you can work on that as skips and then work on that power jump, maintaining the same body position as you would in your single unders and your ankle pop when we get that power jump. And that's something that that ankle pop can really practice and hone in, is making sure we're good to hold that same position the entire time. So that's our goal in that skip or those ankle pops. So 30 seconds of that, have some fun with it, and then we're going to move into our dumbbell deadlifts. So I have 2 dumbbells. You can definitely do this workout with a single if you like, but I have 2 dumbbells today to show you guys the deadlift. I hold them at the side to start my set. So my feet are going to come a little closer together, and I'm set up nice and tall. With my deadlift, I'm going to pull my hips back, so I come to my knees, and then I'm going to lower down. My weight's still through my midfoot. I'm in this nice, solid back position, and I'm looking straight ahead with a nice neutral chin. I'm going to push through my legs, standing tall, opening my hips and knees. I initiate through my hips, I maintain that back position, and I lower down. The dumbbells stay right beside my body the entire time, and they kind of track up and down. The key thing here, you guys, is again, keeping our weight through the midfoot and working on that hinge like we would in a good morning, and making sure that we're hitting that good position as we do all of our deadlifts. Something key to keep in mind as well, when we're putting the dumbbells on the floor and finished our set, make sure you're putting the dumbbells down like you're doing one more rep. So almost like you're gonna do a 6th rep in our warm-up, put them down and work on good form all the way through. Now, the next exercise is our hang power clean. So my dumbbell's gonna start from above the knee. My feet are gonna be under my hips or just outside. I'm gonna take the dumbbells to my knees or just above. I'm gonna drive through my legs, getting that big finish, and pull into my power position. So it's gonna look like so. Hold the knees, drive through the legs, come tall. I come down, I get set, pull to the knee, drive, stand tall. So I'm driving through those knees and hips, trying to get those dumbbells traveling up the front of my body, and then I get set. So my power clean, again too, I'm working on landing in that big power squat, not landing hips forward, leaning back. I want you to imagine we're pulling into a squat, but you just don't continue squatting to the bottom. If I was to say, pause, and you were in your clean, you're like, bam, pause, and I say squat, you should be able to, okay, finish off the squat. You shouldn't have to readjust your feet, you shouldn't have to readjust your hips, you should just be able to continue the motion down in that squat position. So it's a cool thing to think about when we're moving into that. Our next exercise stems right from the top of the power clean. So I'm gonna power clean again just to get the dumbbells to position. And I get set with my feet under my hips or just outside. I'm gonna do 2 push press so I get that nice dip, keeping my shoulder over the hip. Nice and tall, so I get the dip, drive overhead in that good position. I come back down, I do a 2nd, staying vertical, drive, and then I come in for 1 jerk. So with this, what I'm gonna work on is that good vertical dip. I'm gonna drive out of that bottom of the dip, and now once the dumbbells start moving, I'm gonna push myself back into that power position. So I get set up, I dip and drive, hoop, land in the power position with my arms overhead, stand, and then I come back down. I'll do that again for you guys. I dip and drive, land in that power position, good overhead position, stand, come back down. So I want to make sure that as I'm going through that and I'm working my jerk, that I finish the lift by standing up with full extension of the arms, hips, and knees. Lots of fun stuff to unpack and play with. Focus on some key positions. Really focus on your feet, you guys. In all of those movements, we want to keep our weight stacked over top of that midfoot for 90%, if not more, of the lift. All right, so with those cleans and push press / jerks, we are going to come off the heels a little bit, but it's only for that little bit of extension that we pull ourselves off the ground and we're right back down to the floor. Everything else in those lifts, we're flat, connected, and pressing through the floor. Our last exercise in our warm-up today is our Deadbug, and that's here just to, again, fire up the core a little bit and just open up the shoulders and the hips. So I'm going to get set up on my back. I'm going to get set with my knees over top of my hips. My hands are going to be over top of my shoulders. My low back is pressed into the floor. I'm going to take my right hand, my left foot, and I'm going to extend it as far as I can, isolating those 2 pieces, keeping my low back down, and then come back in. Take the other side, keeping my low back down, isolating those 2 pieces, and then come back in. If we try and go too quickly, what tends to happen is we just start to flail around on our backs. So we want to make sure that we're moving slowly, steadily, so we can really focus on the isolation and focus on our range of motion. So if we find that our low back is starting to come up off the ground, or at certain points, we don't want to go beyond that. We don't want to force ourselves to get to that point where our low back lifts. We want to stay nice and flat, nice and strong. So as a quick recap, we have 30 seconds of skipping or ankle pops or another variation that I'll have listed on the workout description. Dumbbell deadlift for 5, dumbbell hang power clean for 3, dumbbell push press for 2 / jerk for 1, and Deadbug for 6 to 10 alternating reps, taking your time, working slow. We have 3 to 5 reps of that work set. Take it down, move well, get yourself ready, and then we'll move into the workout. So the workout consists of 3 rounds, 12 dumbbell deadlifts. So you're going to take that deadlift through that good range of motion. If you need a recap of those points of performance, please kind of rewind back to that warm-up we just did, and it's all there for you. We have 12 deads, and then we're gonna move into our V-up, right? So our V-up for 5, we have a few different options. We can work on that full V-up, so 2-foot V-up. I come out that long position. I'm gonna pull my ribs and hips together super tight, reach, and reach. So working on that nice V-up, trying to keep it nice and solid. Upper body, lower body, meeting in the middle. If I'm like, well, I can do V-ups with straight leg, but I can't do double, I can do single, working on reaching up towards my toes, right? If you're like, yeah, I don't quite have the V-up, but I can get both halves of my body up. I can work on a tuck, so I come up, extend, tuck, tuck, or I could do a single tuck up with a single leg coming up into that nice position. I can also do a hollow up, so 2-foot hollow, a single leg hollow, pressing that low back into the floor, pulsing those quick little pulses and tension through the ribs and hips. But if I struggle getting my upper body up off the floor, I have 2 options that work really well. One of which is our laying toe touch. So my legs go straight up, my hands are going to reach for my toes, and I'm going to squeeze my ribs and hips together and lift myself towards my shoes and then touch down. Squeeze and lift towards my shoes and down. They're a little slower, but they work really, really well. They're very potent. And there's only 5 per set today. So it's not a bad exercise to choose if you'd like to play with some strengthening for the V-up and for that core position. Our other option that focuses on the upper body is our pike sit-up. So we sit like nice and long, I contract, sit up, reach for my toes, lay back down. So I'm trying to explore my full range of motion in my pike position with every sit-up. And that might start just at the knees, then might get to the shin, might by the end of the workout, I might be touching my toes. Explore the full range if you choose the pike sit-up, and take advantage of that mobility that comes as the body gets more pliable and warmer. So those are some options for your V-ups. After the V-ups in the workout, we go into our double unders or our skipping. I'll have an option for you for those. We then move into our dumbbell hang power clean for 9. Back into our choice for V-up for 5. Double under again, or your skipping option. And then finishing off with a push press or jerk for 6 reps. 5 V-ups or that option, and 25 double unders. And then that's 1 round, and we do it again 3 times. So you're gonna get yourself into a nice steady flow with this workout. This workout's really not a sprinting workout, but it's just settle into a pace that you can just keep on moving steady and execute really good dumbbell movements to the best of your abilities. I hope you guys have fun with this workout, you guys. It's a great time. It is a challenging work piece, so break things down if you need to, especially if your grip starts to get a little tired with the dumbbells. But have fun, work for quality, and let me know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate, and let me know how this one goes. I'm really interested to hear about what you guys did for V-ups and how it went as a whole. All right? Enjoy your weekend, you guys. Be safe, have fun. We will see you very, very soon for another week of programming. Bye, you guys.